Alright, so we are going to make some tofu. So Sunday morning, I got this beautiful new knife from a good friend for my birthday. And it is sharp and beautiful. I won't be surprised if I hopefully don't cut myself one day, but it wouldn't surprise me. But in a way, sharper knives are so much safer than dull knives because they actually work. You're not forcing things. Yeah, so it's a joy. It really makes a difference to have some good kitchen equipment. Makes it easier and more fun to be in the kitchen. And those are things we definitely need so we can be in the kitchen. Alright. Alright, let's clean this up. I think I'll save half that onion. This is my last onion, so in case I need to make something else before I get to the store. This cast iron is heating up. I think I'll just put a little bit of coconut oil here. Alright. Alright. And we're just going to dice it small. This is beautiful. Also, when you have a sharp knife, look how close you can get, how small. Otherwise, it's just a disaster trying to do this. It's nice. Right now, under my Vitamix, I'm pressing the tofu, just so it has a little less liquid. I was kind of aiming for a drier scramble today. So that helps us accomplish that texture. And then I also have some leftover kale, radish, cabbage sprouts that will have this like kind of on the side or underneath, since I like things all mixed. I'm going to put in some Celtic salt here, and then we're going to add our spices soon. Okay. So we'll let these brown up a little bit before we add in some spices. We have turmeric ready, maybe some cumin and garlic, and we'll go from there. Alright, I don't know if you can tell, but the onions are definitely getting more translucent now. They kind of look white, I think, in the camera regardless, but I mean, we could cook them more. It all depends how you like them. But at this point, I'm going to add some spices here. So I'll add a little more salt, get some of the liquid out there. I have cumin, ground cumin, which you can't see, it's not getting focused on, but anyways, whatever. Add some of that. Then I have some ground garlic, which is stuck. Let's see, there we go. Definitely could do fresh. I'm just kind of not feeling like doing that right now, and I don't have very much of it, so I'm saving it. I always run out of garlic and onions, so. And we gotta get our turmeric. A little black pepper for the absorption, which I'm gonna grab out. I forgot. So here's the black pepper. And look at this nice. Again, Frontier is my favorite. Excuse me. Brand. Okay, let's see if we can get this out with a new clean spoon. Okay. So, probably put about, this is pretty good. We'll turn our tofu a nice golden color. And I smell it. Of course, later on, our magic ingredient, our coconut aminos, is going to come in. And we will have some nutritional yeast flakes too to add, so give it some good umami flavor. Alright, so I guess we'll stir these in a little bit. Then we'll crumble in our tofu. And you could absolutely add other vegetables to this. I'm doing a very basic scrambled tofu right now because I'm having more of my vegetables raw in that salad. But it just depends what you have in your fridge, what you want to use, what you're in the mood for. You could do mushrooms, bell peppers, you could do zucchini. So many options. But, okay. So, I'm just going to get this tofu into the pan. And it's kind of fun to get hands involved with food. It just connects you all the more to what you're eating. And it is true, the studies show, and I definitely can tell you, you might agree with me, it's just more fun to eat with your hands. You get more of your senses involved, and I think we were, not that I'm going to start eating all with my hands, but, sandwich, the things you hold, the things you're touching, tend to taste really good, right? And anyways, just a side note there, but I definitely take advantage of these moments. Okay. And I think I'm having more fun than I need to. You don't have to be this fine. Just get it in here. This is also probably a fun recipe to get your kids involved too, right? So the more earlier we can have kids connect with food and making it and growing it, the better, right? Okay. So you're going to notice that the tofu is white, but it's going to be yellow very soon as it connects with the turmeric. And you'll also notice that I'm using a black spatula because if you use a white one, it will be yellow. Become yellow from the turmeric. Okay. And in case you don't know, turmeric is very anti-inflammatory little root. It's kind of like ginger when you buy it fresh. Looks like it. And it works, its active ingredient, which is that anti-inflammatory part, is called curcumin, and it's much more absorbed somehow in synergy with black pepper, the piperine in there. So I think a lot of people know that now, but sometimes it's just fun to remember, to review. And so many benefits of turmeric. There's a lot of studies been done on turmeric and its benefits. Okay, so yes, it's turning yellow. You can see that now. So just 2 more good spices. And you can play with this. Sometimes I actually really enjoy curry powder. It's a really flavorful one too in the tofu. Anyways, options. Okay. So now it is time to add our finishing touches. These nutritional yeast flakes that I showed you already. And the coconut aminos, which I showed you already. And I have some Primal Kitchen ketchup that doesn't have any sugar added, which we can eat this with. And of course our lovely bed of kind of kale salad, and what's the other thing? Oh, some Mary's crackers. Sometimes I've made cassava wraps, which are super yummy, but I actually ran out of cassava flour, so we're not doing that right now. But the Mary's crackers will give it crunch. Maybe eat those kind of with the avocado. And I'm a food mixer, so I like it all together. But so we're coming to a close. Honestly, just gonna let that kind of meld in there for a bit and finish my plate, which I can show you. We have our leftover salad. These are the beautiful cabbage sprouts, the purple, which, okay, it's not focusing again, sorry. There it is. Yeah, I grew these lovely little cabbage sprouts, and they've been super tasty. This is just cucumber, radish, tiny bit of feta, some Kalamata olives. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so I think I'll pause this and assemble my avocado, which I cut over here, get everything all set, and then I'll show you. Alright, so now you can see my salad's here ready to go. And yes, I do eat this much. Some people don't. You know, you have to learn that food in its whole food form is not a bad thing. Calories are a privilege. And just when we learn how to eat them in that way and enjoy them and how much food we actually need, then there's none of this kind of counting and stressful. Well, I think it's stressful to count things. Anyways, that's what I love about this kind of eating pattern. There's these beautiful avocados, and then I'm going to drizzle the balsamic vinaigrette over top. We could have hemp. There's so many ways to enjoy this, and aren't these beautiful radishes? Look at these things. Just have to feature that a little more. Yeah, so I'm gonna mix this up and then just really put it over probably mostly the salad, but it's so good. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.